In lot countries fighting to cut their carbon sequestration, new information suggests how main cities are manufacturing significant strides to stop their emissions. 27 cities, consisting Warsaw, Barcelona, and Sydney, saw CO2 spike in 2012 and later go in decrease. As driving to verdant power, the cities include stipulated affordable alternatives to individual cars. Emissions rejected by 2% each year on ordinary time. Their economies advanced by 3% every year. Behind in 2015, their study showed how if the Earth was to hold to the reduce goal coordinated in the Paris Environment Agreement, later main cities would include to spike their emissions of CO2 by 2020 at the newest. The new analyze by the team shows how 27 of these cities saw their emissions spike by 2012 and later drop above a 5-year time. Such emissions are now at low 10% reduce rather than at their zenith. The 27 who pointed and cut their carbon sequestration are Barcelona, Basel, Berlin, Boston, Chicago, Copenhagen, Heidelberg, London, Los Angeles, Madrid, Melbourne, Milan, Montreal, New Orleans, New York Town, Oslo, Paris, Philadelphia, Portland, Rome, San Francisco, Stockholm, Sydney, Toronto, Vancouver, Warsaw, Washington, D.C. On to C40, the cities include cut carbon sequestration time. Their economies and populations include grown up. The key steps undertaken involve decarbonizing the power system, optimizing power use in buildings, provided janitor and affordable alternatives to cars, and cut waste management time. Growing recirculation. The is the outcome of no coup, but of a stable evolutionary in the lifetime of our town, exactly in the way we go about and in the way we bring, recirculate and recycling waste management, told Giuseppe Hall, mayoress of Milan. We see a uninterrupted promotion, how spans above more than rather than 20 year and gradually led to 1 in each 7 countrymen with share cars or bikes and to 60% of quality assurance individual waste management gallery. Such a considerable results could not include been reached out of the betrothal and obligation of the countrymen of Milan. As in Sydney, hothouse gas emissions pointed in 2007 and include rejected each year with, in spite the economics increasing by 37%. We include one of the greatest rooftop sunny programs in Australia. We transformed our streetlights to LED and we're work in production leaders to bring their emissions, Sydney Lord Mayoress, White Clover Moore, explainable. As the at first by the government in Australia to be certificated carbon sequestration inert, our artistic achievements show the effect how can be had at a town standard in spite disgusting omission of country and domestic governments. It is an unbelievable accomplishment for these 27 cities, consisting Paris, to include pointed their emissions, told Mayoress of Paris and armchair of C40, Anne Hidalgo. This obligation of so lot of my comrade mayors to supply on the highest vanity of the Paris Treaty, and the devotion I include observed of so lot cities, business community and countrymen there at the World Environment Activity Summit Conference, tool lot more than cities will reach the key landmark up 2020.